Hello everyone, my name is Lowko and welcome back to Heroes of the Storm. Today it is time to play a game with the latest hero of Heroes of the Storm. Today we're gonna be playing a little bit of Auriel, at the very least, as long as I manage to find an actual game. So I've been sitting here and waiting for the last 10 minutes. Oh yes! Whew. Oh, don't do this to me. Please load up the game. It's loading up the game. I thought it bugged out for a second. Alrighty, so welcome to the Dragon Shire. Now, I've been trying out this hero for quite a little while in the store. And obviously, I checked out all of the talents, I checked out all of the abilities, and I tried getting my hands on the hero to the best of my abilities. But first and foremost, let's have a quick look at her skin, because this is just the default model she comes with. It's absolutely gorgeous. I mean, I am in love with the wings that she has. Anyway, one of the main things that I need to do on this hero is queue up or lane with another ally right here, because otherwise my Bestow Hope passive trait right here isn't going to be very helpful. Now, I've been looking at the different talents and whatnot that are available, and I've noticed that I can't really give you one solid build for her, as I can't really figure it out. I can't really figure out. Normally I've got like an idea of what would potentially be good. But right now what I'm going to focus on is going to be my Q ability, just to make it as easy and straightforward as possible. So we are going to be a support hero from the Diablo universe. Now, being a support hero, generally speaking in Heroes of the Storm, means that you're going to be a healer, right? Now it looks like everyone's actually currently in the middle lane. I'm just going to stay over here though, because there's no particular reason for everyone to be over there when there's already minions. If they miss out on a set of minions, I'm all okay with that. But generally speaking, healers use mana, right? They try and heal up their allies by using and spending mana. Now, in this particular hero, we are running with something called energy instead. And the energy is something that you can notice just by the bar below my hero. And all of my skills are actually just cooldown based, except for my W. And the W is going to be that heal. So whenever I use the W, I will use all of the energy that I have, after which I will heal up an ally that is caught in that little center of that circle. Now, the way I get that energy is just by attacking minions and whatnot myself, but also by using my Bestow Hope trait on one of the allies, which is exactly what I just did on our Jaina right there at the top. Oh man, I am gonna need a little bit of help. I'll have to heal myself up, I'm afraid. But it's a pretty cool concept. It's a pretty cool concept. Now, oh man, you're going the wrong way, sir. I'm gonna try and keep on. Oh man, I don't know why she's went that way. I could have probably healed her up once again. Anyhow, it definitely makes for a very, very cool hero, as technically speaking, whenever you're in combat, you can do some crazy burst healing. You can do some, you know, some pretty insane sustain. Now, once again, I need to be super careful, because obviously everything deals a lot of damage. And while I can't heal myself up, I'm gonna have to move that Bestow Hope over to one of my allies, so that I can keep on getting the energy. But notice, like, it uses all of the energy that I have. And obviously, if I'm not attacking, I'm not gonna be able to really get any kind of energy back, and therefore I can't heal. So you gotta make sure you keep staying, or you keep being in combat, because otherwise, or your ally that you have to bestow hope on, that is, obviously, because otherwise you're not gonna be able to really do a whole lot. Now I'm gonna be moving lanes here, because apparently there's a lot of pressure in some of the other ones. And also my Bestow Hope target is over here. But it's a cool concept, because technically speaking, you're gonna be able to do a lot of damage, or a lot of burst healing in combat. It's just that sometimes you may not be able to, you know, stay alive nearly as easily as you'd hope to. So there we go. As you can see, once again, I used all of the energy that I had, and therefore I'm gonna be allowed to heal both of us up. Now, as far as my Q ability goes, you may have already noticed, I put out, you know, these, I don't know what they're called. They're like cords that are around me. Anyway, they basically hit just like that. And what happens is that everything that is caught in it takes damage, and if you're caught in the middle of it, so you may notice right here in the middle, there's like a bit of a bigger impact radius, I suppose, that is going to take some additional damage as well. Now, we really need to head towards the top lane, and that's exactly what I'm going to go to right now with Tigers. But as long as you're, like, basically on Bestow Hope, there's like a bit of a limit in range, right? So if you're not actually in range of anyone with Bestow Hope, you're going to lose out on a lot of extra help. Right? Like, you're not gonna get any of that additional energy, and therefore you're always going to have to be close to one of your allies. So it's a cool concept. Then on my E ability, I got this skill called Detainment Strike. Sorry, I had to check the name there. Basically, the E ability allows you to stun and damage enemies. So right there, for example, I hit her against the wall, which makes her, like, get even more, oh man, which makes her get even more, you know, annoying. I guess that's like when you just hit someone by default, the skill will only There we go, once again. When you hit her by default, just like that, for example, the skill will only really do some work to you if you are, again, I don't think I can solo that. I don't actually know if I can, but I'm a little scared. If you are, you know, getting close to her, and you hit her with the E ability, she will be pushed back. She will be pushed back, and therefore, oh man, that just got it sadly. She will be pushed back, at which point, you know, she's just gonna be interrupted for a bit and she's gonna be getting out of trouble, right? However, if you use the E ability and you kick someone against like a static sort of thing, such as, for example, a tree or a wall or whatever, what happens is that you get a lot of stuns out of it as well. And the target, I believe, is stunned for 3 seconds, which is a lot. It's a heck of a lot. So I think I want to be putting my Bestow Hope on any, you know, auto attack hero. That would make a lot more sense. There we go. You saw that stun there? Very helpful. Oh, man. But if you have a hero that you put your Bestow Hope on, you're gonna get a lot more energy out of it, such as, for example, Tygus. And I think that would make me a pretty damn good target. But right now, you can notice, right? I'm not really getting a whole lot of energy as, you know, Tygus wasn't attacking and I couldn't really be attacking. And it immediately drops off the amount of healing that I can do. So, while I'm technically very, very sustainable, it's gonna be hard to play her, like, very well. It's gonna be really difficult to play her very well. And once again, I got a nice little stun off there. Super low in HP now myself, but should be able to heal up. Oh no. Get out of there, dude. Oh, sadly, I'm not gonna be able to save Zagara there. And so far, this is looking a little bit messy. But it's a cool concept, either way. Like, I'm really excited to see how she plays out. I wouldn't be surprised if she's gonna be one of those heroes that is like a mix between a damage and a support. Her damage output, let me have a quick look. Yeah, it's pretty horrendous. It's not great. I probably can be doing a little bit more if I was a little bit more experienced with playing her. But in general, I don't think you're gonna ever be maxing out, you know, the amount of damage that you can do. Now, as far as my heroics go, and I think that is sort of where she shines, at the very least one of them is one that is very, very, you know, familiar for Overwatch players out there. One of them is going to be called Resurrection. And Resurrection is exactly what it sounds like. It will resurrect a fallen ally after they died, which is stupidly helpful. I can imagine that's going to be really, really big if you get a good engagement off and, you know, maybe after the fact you can go ahead and bring someone back to life, which is exactly what I'm trying to achieve right now. Now, ideally, I just don't have anyone die, obviously. If I can avoid that, that would be good. But here's an example, okay? I've never done this before, but in 3 seconds... Oh, she's back alive! Look at that! That is so cool. Wow, you don't die right away again, dude. Jeez. Calm down now. Calm down now. Whew. But it's such a cool idea. That said, though, you need to be relatively close to a target, and you need to make sure that you actually can stand still for 3 seconds. The cast time on Resurrection is definitely pretty big, but... I mean, if you've played Overwatch and you've played Mercy, you know, heroes never die, or Helden sterben nicht. You probably know exactly what is going on here. It's such a cool concept, though. I at first, when I saw this hero, I wasn't too convinced about the useful... Oh my god, what are you doing, dude? Why do you go so deep? I don't know if you should do that. Whew. Anyway, when I first saw the hero, I didn't think it would be very, very helpful in that regard. But it turns out that it's actually very, very, very good. Okay. So right now the cooldown on my W, because of my level 7 talent, is only 2 seconds. You do need to make sure, though, that you obviously have the energy to use it. Because right there, for example, I had very little energy, so I will heal much less. Okay. It's pretty difficult, though, I find. Like, so far, it's not easy whatsoever. And, keeping track of all of the abilities, like, you can also get a couple of activated skills in there. It's gonna be a rather difficult task, it feels like. Because without energy, you're not gonna be capable of really doing very much. Now, the level 16 talents is where things get really interesting. When I was, like, I'm not gonna lie, when I first checked out the talents... Oh, man. When I first checked out the talents that are available for her, I wasn't too impressed by it. Except for the level 16 talents. Level 16 talents are insanely good. Whew! Man. That was a close one. I think this could very well be the comeback. I think I'm gonna go ahead and pick the Blinding Flash. They got a lot of spellcasters though, I'm not entirely sure. I think Blinding Flash would be very good. I could also use the Converging Force, which will make it so that my Q ability is going to pull everyone together. Now, one thing to note about all of these abilities that I have is that they're either focused on my Q or my E ability. For example, the quest right here at level 4 is Repeated Offense. A Repeated Offense is obviously very good because it will increase the damage output of the... Oh man, actually, bottom was just lost. But it will increase the damage output of the E ability a lot. But in order to get that, like, real benefit from it, you're gonna have to stun an enemy 10 times. And stunning an enemy 10 times with the, like, with the ability is gonna be a really difficult thing to do. I'm pretty sure that that is gonna be freaking hard. Okay. I got my Resurrection here ready to go, but I think that most of the talents that I will personally be focusing on is gonna be all about, the Q, because I can imagine, like, I'm just not gonna be very reliable in the hits against the walls, right? Like, okay. Are we gonna get it? Are we gonna get mid? I guess I'll heal ourselves back up. Oh man. Crazy push. Oh no, Zagara, you just lost the top without realizing it? You're like one of the strongest duelers in the game. That's crazy. Alright, there we go. That's super helpful, right? That is an immediate death. Like, if you do, like, stun someone against a wall or a tree or whatever, that all of a sudden is super helpful. You know what? I'll actually go ahead and just resurrect them, right? Why not? I should probably just use it whenever someone of my team dies. Yeah, that's good. Oh, shouldn't have used it on that, I guess. Anyway, level 16 right here. These talents are incredible. Oh, man. We lost bot. That sucks. I'm not going to be able to go there by myself, sir. But there's a lot of helpful things here. I can go ability power or attack speed. I think I'm going to go ability power here. Just so I can use it right from the get-go. Ability power obviously means, generally speaking, like casters. And then you also can give a ally with Bestow Hope 20% extra attack speed, which is an insane amount too. Like, these two talents right here are incredible, and Reservoir of Hopes also extremely helpful. Man, oh man. This is some crazy fighting so far. We are at a slight advantage at this point in the game, but I think I'm gonna move it over once again. This guy loves, like, helping himself out primarily. There we go. That's a huge heal, though. That's a huge heal. Maybe I should have gone for the auto attack, just because I tend to put it on auto attacking heroes a lot more often. Okay. Bottom is lost again. Actually, I assumed it would be really hard to push someone into a wall, but it turns out it's easier than I anticipated. It's easier to push someone into a wall with the E ability than I anticipated. It just sounded very hard. Like, it's not just walls, it's also trees and all that sort of thing. Just to clarify, I guess. But still, it's not pretty, like, it's still pretty, like, difficult, I guess, to achieve that. Very nice zoning there, very good. I'm gonna be able to keep myself alive for quite a little while. And there we go. It's about time. Nice. You can also let your oh man. Oh man. Woo! I need to be careful though, because I have like no HP. Yeah, we gotta charge it up a little more, but I need to get more energy. Okay, if we all group up, obviously my heal is gonna be super good. I can just keep on using it, I guess. Don't really need to charge it up as much as I have been doing. Once again, big heal. They're all gonna be respawning in just a couple seconds, but there we go. Maybe I should charge it up a little bit more though. It's so tempting to use it every 2 seconds whenever you see the pop-off. Anyway, I think normally you'd pick the light speed. It's a really good talent. Or like the upgrade to your other ultimate. But this one is way cooler. There's such a thing as it being cool, right? rather than it being actually helpful. Very good. Oh no, guys. I'm not gonna be able to save you here, I'm afraid. Okay. So the one ability right now that I have, the Angelic Flight or whatever it's called, yeah, there we go, allows me to fly about, and I'm just gonna go ahead and activate it here just to showcase to you what it looks like. Woohoo! You can literally pull a false stat. You can literally become false stat. It's like the exact same range as well, without the epic mount upgrade, but that is still pretty damn awesome. The upgrade, by the way, allows you to really get a super big, like, lead after taking a big loss, but I think this is a little too badass to pass up on. Alright, I guess I'll put it on her here for the time being. Oh god. Well done. Very good. 20 seconds until the next one. How far can I fly? Like, I can fly pretty far. Look at that. I can nearly get to the bottom. Oh, wow. There's actually some issues right here in the bottom lane. Let me take flight real quick. Don't you worry, Jaina. I'm coming for you. Or any of my friends, really. I thought this hero would be significantly more difficult when I was just reading the abilities. It's not easy to play, don't get me wrong. It could be much easier than this, but it actually is turning out to be a really, really, really cool play here. Okay. Let's head over there. I guess Jaina's already in the middle though. I'll just head to the middle here as well. Well, until I realized that my buddy over here had no HP. Jaina! Alright, good. Let me take flight real quick, Jaina. I'm coming in, dude. Don't you worry about it. Once again, look at that. That's so cool. It's like playing Falstad, but not playing Falstad, you know? Right? That made a lot of sense, I'm sure. Okay. Apparently he's top. He seems to be attacking a whole lot more often, giving me a lot more sustain. One of the things you get, by the way, from the Q ability as well is a ton more help. Once again, managed to stun someone there with my E ability, and he dies. Oh, man. I actually... Okay, I'm not gonna lie. When I first started playing her, I guess, in the shop, and I tried her out and all that, I didn't think she would be that amazing. She didn't feel that amazing, because the talent seemed a little eh. Like, they didn't seem that great. Except for the level 16 ones. Those seemed pretty incredible, but the other ones looked a little messy. But I gotta say, now that I'm actually playing her, the burst healing is a lot more apparent than I anticipated it to be. Oh man, this is cool. I'm enjoying this a lot. Oh man. Lowko Flight now! Oh man, that was not worth flying for anyway. Oh, what? Really? You're gonna kill me here? Alright guys, just click the core, dude. Just click the core. Just click the core, we'll be fine. Just click the core, boys. We'll be alright. Don't you worry about it. Just hit your W's. Hit your W's. There we go. Alrighty. So really cool hero all in all. I sincerely hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you haven't already, hit that like button. If you want to see more content like this, hit that subscribe button. And other than that, I want to thank you all for watching. Have an amazing day. Don't forget to smile. And I'll see you in the next one.